Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today, I will be looking at One Step Beyond by Madness, released in 1979, which is the start of the two-tone movement with the specials. Now, I was always more of a specials guy and didn't really give Madness like the same chance to kind of get into. So I thought I'm doing this. This would be a great band to check out. Obviously, I know like songs like Our House, like that's unavoidable. And there's two songs on this album that I do know, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Besides those two songs, have no idea of what I'm going to be getting song wise. I do love their sound. I'm aware of their sound and like what they mean. I just haven't checked it out yet. And I thought let's do this right now with you guys. So let's jump into track One Step Beyond.
Hey you! Don't watch that! Watch this! This is the heavy, heavy monster sound!
I do love the guitar slap, like the guitar sound of like ska music.
One step beyond!
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be a nice little intro vibe, which I'm cool with, especially like in 1979 in England. Obviously, no one knows what to expect from this sound. Alright. It's a fine little intro, but let's get to the songs now. Alright, guys, get to the songs. And that was track One Step Beyond. Like I was saying, it just kind of introduces the sound of like the two-tone thing, the ska thing, to an audience in England that would have heard nothing like this beforehand. So it's fine, it's a tone setter. I always say track one and like the last track on each side have to start strong. But I think this, even though it's just an intro song, it accomplishes showcasing the sound of the group. So I'm not going to knock it on that because, once again, if it can't be a good song, serve a purpose. I think this serves a purpose. It's nothing special or anything, but it's fine to introduce your band and your band sound to a wide audience. So I'm okay with that. And saying that, you got to have a banger in the next track. And let's go to track 2, My Girl.
My girl's mad at me. I didn't
Track
wanna see the
1,
film
no
tonight.
lyrics or anything. Track 2,
I found it hard to
hit him with the
say.
chorus first thing.
She thought I'd had enough of her. Why can't she see?
Nice little piano.
She's lovely to me.
It's like a counter melody kind of.
My girl's mad at me. Been on the telephone for an hour. Why can't I explain? Why do I feel this
I like this because the verses has the tagline in it, but then like this sound is more of the chorus, like dynamic wise. So it makes both of them kind of catchy in their own way.
We talked and till it was light. I thought we'd agreed.
It's a very healthy seeming relationship though. I'll give him that. He says
When
sarcastically.
I try to speak, she says that I don't care. She says I'm unaware, and now she says I'm weak.
There's that intro sound again. The drums. Nice little fade away with the horn and the piano comes back. Nice little music tricks. Cool. And that was track 2, My Girl. And this is one of the two songs that I know, and I know this one quite well. We kind of have an ongoing joke in the house. Whenever it says, like, someone goes, "That's madness," we always go, "My girl's mad at me." Like, just like super British, like British accent, jump into it. So it's kind of a meme around the house here. But yeah, it's a great song. It's one of the two I know. I was saying it's cool because the tagline starts off the verses and then it has that chorus sound, which allows both of them to be catchy, which vocally the style is not it's not going to stand out melodically singing wise. So they have to do little tricks to like make the songs catchy. And I really respect that. I don't mean that like in a negative way at all. So I mean this is a banger. I'm pretty sure this is the single off the album, which makes sense. It's the one that I remember, and I'm aware of. But yeah, great song. And with track one being the tone setter of like, this is the vibe, it's cool to then with track two come in and be like, this is the hit. Like this is what we're gonna do pop wise. So like, don't we don't want to lose you after track one. So let's get a good pop single in there with track two. So I had a lot of fun with that. I love that song. It's a great song. And we'll be jumping into track three, Night Boat to Cairo. That was a really cool start to it. It was like a boat horn, but it was musical. Yeah, this has this nice guitar sound to this. And it does feel, it has that vibe. Like, it's a very strange title, but I can see why they named it like that. Exotic. It just has that like otherworldly kind of vibe to it. And then the vocal melody is kind of like, let's just stay on track. Yeah, because unlike My Girl, which is so, like, the vocals are the focus of the sound, the vocals are the least important in this song. It just kind of helps push it along, but the music is doing all the heavy lifting on this one. Yeah, I like how they structured this one a lot, where it's like, the intro is instrumental, then like the middle part, you got the vocals, and then it's instrumental again. It's like a 3-section song. And that was track 3, Night Boat to Cairo. Longest song on the album by almost a minute, and I agree with the decision. I like the structuring of this, and even though vocals are not the focus, it's not a boring song at all. I really feel like they just like banged out this awesome like instrumentation song, and then the singer was like, oh, I got like a vibe for this, because it already sounds so like fleshed out and like its own thing. And then like the vocal part is just to make it not a 3 minute and 30 instrumental, and just breathe in a bit of life to a song that I would say doesn't need it, but it could run the risk of getting very monotonous and boring if you didn't have that little vocal reprise part into it, which is probably, looking back, less than a minute. But I think it's add a lot more and kind of section off the song where it didn't get old. But I think that's a great song, and it showcases a talent outside of a song like My Girl and really puts the focus on the band, which I think ska kind of gets some criticism for maybe not being the most musical. But I think this, if you wanted to have a title and you drop a listener and they get the vibe immediately, I think that's good, musical ability. So let's continue this on to track 4, Believe Me. Okay, nice. The horns add a lot more fun. I was gonna say the piano's kind of menacing, but no, the horns brings that swing to it.
Every little way is fine. Let me make myself clear. You can believe me on the hand. My friends tell me jealous lies. Now I'm getting my goodbye.
Sounds so nice. Sort of organ sound after. I like how he's able to carve a good sense of melody for not being much of a singer, but he's still able to, he can land it. Like, when he's in it, like with My Girl, great melody, great use of melody, and spacing with the band. This is a great 2 minutes and 28 second short track, but it gets in and gets out. And you're like, yeah, this is the thumbs up for me. That was track 4, Believe Me, and just like a nice, short, good pop song. Who's gonna be mad at that? Night Boat to Cairo was so much musicianship, and this was so much musicianship as well. The saxophones really bring the swing. I love the organ after like the chorus is done, and the lead singer is able to carve out this interesting melody that is not lost in the music, and the music kind of accompanies the vocals, whereas in the last track it was more the vocals were just there to kind of help out the music a little bit. So I like that as a switch, and I like how there is give and take between the band and the singer. You think of a Rolling Stone song or something, it's all about Mick. But it's cool that in Night Boat to Cairo, the singer is able to take a step back for the band. And then on Believe Me, I would say they work really well together, but they are pushing the singer. So great song, great pop song. And let's jump into track 5, Land of Hope and Glory. I feel like it's going to be one of those ones that has a lot going on with different instrumentation.
You can see we've got a new recruit to this land of hope and glory. Hands behind backs and legs apart, and tell us all the story. Well, you poor son, here you have sharp at 6:30, a cold shower down to breakfast. Can't have you looking dirty. I suggest you eat what's given you, even if it doesn't agree with you. Cause so you again up until 12:30. In between it's time to stay up in your room and you can dream about life for good of me. 2 years of my teenage life given to this stand to attention life of land, of hope and glory. You can watch a little telly or gossip and people
I like this part a lot. This is a cool little outro to the track. It was hard to talk about this one though because it just keeps going. It doesn't revisit anything. It just push forward, push forward, push forward.
But only for a few seconds am I in ecstasy before the bell rings to let me know. Shop at 6:30.
It's a breeze though. That was almost 3 minutes long. And that was track 5, Land of Hope and Glory. And as its own thing, I don't know if there's a whole lot to talk about. It just kind of kept going. Maybe if I had the lyrics in front of me, it would stand out a bit more, but it was just like a nice little talky song that the band had already set up such a good sound with that you just kind of let them go and you progress the storyline. So in the scope of the album, I like what it's doing. As a standalone song, I wouldn't just like sit there and like listen to it on its own. That would be more reserved for a My Girl, a Believe Me, and you could probably get me just to sit and listen to Night Boat to Cairo. But Land of Hope and Glory is more of an album track rather than its own individual thing. But let's see how it pushes on to the last 2 tracks on side A. We will be jumping into track 6, The Prince.
The heat with a rock
Nice.
steady beat.
That's a nice guitar sound. That's clean. Also, I don't know why last track was the first time I noticed the bass, but now I can't not hear the bass in this one as well.
But we promise you a treat. I bust the phone me over with your bogus stairs. Shuffle me up my feet. Even if I kept on running, I'd never get to Orange Street.
Cool. That's a fun little choice to make.
I bust the phone me over with your bogus stairs. Shuffle me up my feet. Even if I kept on running, I'd never get to Orange Street.
It's definitely like a cool track. Like, I don't know how catchy it is, but it's really cool.
Who is that? We want that.
Yeah, this is cool. A lot of... It was more interesting than Land of Hope and Glory from the singer. And the music had some, like, really cool points to it. They just feel like little tricks. It makes the whole band sound exciting. They also seem very seamless and together. Like, all these tracks, clearly they're, like, in a zone. And that was track 6, The Prince, kind of in the line of a Night Boat to Cairo, not as catchy, maybe a bit more interesting than Land of Hope and Glory. I'm kind of undecided on that, but it's in the realm of that like easy listening, smooth sound, that consistency, and just being cool. This is a very cool album so far, with like the 2 standout pop songs being My Girl and Believe Me, but like everything else is just kind of like a vibe and like different levels to that vibe. But let's, instead of talking about the album as a whole so much, let's jump into track 7 because that will close off side A, and then I'll have a full kind of concept of what they did on this side and maybe what to expect in side B. So the next track is track 7. I can't believe I'm saying this title. Tarzan's Nuts. Yeah, that drum is very like Tarzan, George of the Jungle. Yeah, Don't go away, piano. You stay for the whole track. I called it. They did not get rid of the piano again. I think 2 minutes and 24 is a bit long, though. Okay, fun little percussion part, but still, I don't know if that's interesting enough to make this worthwhile. It's definitely one of the weaker ones, if not the weakest. And that was track 7, Tarzan's Nuts. And man, does that just make you appreciate Night Boat to Cairo even more. Is attempting to go for this like soundscape vibe with the title that Night Boat with Cairo does. And it's like, ooh, with Tarzan and like jungle music, it's like, ooh, that's not like you're not setting yourself up. You can only pleasantly surprise, and it can go very bad. I think when the piano kicked in, it kind of saved it and just kind of made it more of a generic song rather than like a genuine attempt of that sound, because that sound is a very dangerous game to play. But in saying all that, it's like, this isn't necessary. This isn't needed. This is definitely the worst track we've gotten so far. It's like a parody song, but like, you're not parodying anything, and it's not funny enough. It's just kind of there and it's gone. And at 2 minutes and 24 seconds, it honestly could have been a lot shorter than that. But I'm not going to get hung up on that. I really enjoyed this side as a whole. If it's not great song to song, it's great in the sense that it is a vibe. It's definitely trying to do something, and it is very successful at that. And you can't take it away from these guys. Even if you're just more of like a song by song person like I am, I can still appreciate what's happening here and enjoy what they're doing with. Singer takes the lead on some songs. Sometimes he's like an instrument, Sometimes he's just here to help out the full sound of the the full sound of the band. And yeah, I'm here for it. I'm excited to check out what we get in side B. So we'll be flipping over side A to side B with track 8, In the Middle of the Night.
Nice man George, who's agent on the corner.
Yes, this is already fire.
But never any poorer. Jaunty old George, a happy 63. Not
It's a
very
nice
tall,
acoustic
but
too.
healthier than me. He whistles timeless tunes as he saunters down the street.
This is
Springs in his legs
a
and
great
elastic
less is
in
more.
his feet. But in the middle of the night, he steals through your garden.
They have very jolting rhythm though. It's like instead of like a bounce, it's like a crash and a wave. It's like ooh, this side to the side.
There's a breeze with an armful of underwear. Hello there, George. Newsagent on the corner. How's the old car?
The piano, man,
it's getting warmer.
always comes in and just fill out the sound.
Your morning paper, read about the nicotine underwear. Take a
This is like
when darkness hits the town.
Arnold Lane by Pink Floyd.
On your lawn, you're snuggled up in bed. He'll be at the garden.
Going to bed at 8 o'clock.
Filling the underwear with dread.
It is funny with the lyrics though, because it is so catchy and bouncy. I love the guitar sound. I love the piano sound. Yeah, this is a great start to this track. I mean, the lyrical message is crazy, but it stands out and the sound is there. It's a great way to start a side. And that was track 8 in the first track of side B, In the Middle of the Night. And I wouldn't have guessed, based on that title, what the song message would be. But now that I've heard the song, I'm angry at myself for never thinking, yeah, this is what this is going to be about. Because it is like Arnold Lane, the British. There's multiple instances of bands talking about this topic. And I would say, beside that, it still stands out, and it's a good start to the track. Like, I zoned in immediately. I'm excited to see what my face looked like when the guitars kicked in, because I was like, "Oh, like this is exciting," and like this grabs me, and I get it right away. So that alone, it's a huge success, and I had a great time with that track. It was a lot of fun. And that leads into track 9, Bed and Breakfast Man. So this is the dancing song on this one. Nice little texture on the organ there. The electric piano or whatever. This might have a fuller sound while being a good pop song. More so than My Girl. They just work so well together on this. So catchy. This is so catchy. Definitely another good option for the single. There's the title, he said the thing. I appreciate that songwriting trick. Have your chorus just be the outro. Like, don't do it the whole time and then do it at the end. Awesome track. Amazing. Like, as a track too, not just like album stuff. And that was track 9, Bed and Breakfast Man. And this was the second song that I remember. Now, I haven't listened to it in a long time, and I don't remember it being that good and that catchy. That was their best sonically sounding song on this album by far. I mean, everybody brought it. There's so many little switches. I love the little percussion change. I love the little electric piano adding notes on like the first verse just to add texture. I mean, everybody brought it. And of course, the bass I've noticed since Land of Hope and Glory, and it hasn't gone away. And it's like, man, even that's great too. I mean, what a song. What a pop song. So catchy. This should be up there as like one of their bigger songs. I don't know if it is. But it is one that I remember from back in the day, and it's one that I'm amazed by now. So I mean, that's just W's all around. An amazing track, and if side B can even maintain a semblance of this, it's going to beat side A by a lot. So let's see what we can, continue to get with it. So we'll be jumping into track 10, Razor Blade Alley. There's that kind of menacing opening piano sound. I like where he's sitting here tonally. It's not that, like, talk. It has a bit of singing to it. She led the way from the alley back to her house. I like the talk. It's just this is different. She said I look mighty, but then she told me I'm gonna give you a second helping. I'm noticing the drums a lot more too in this one. The kind of hi-hat sound they got going on right now. see this at like a cigar lounge, you know.
It was my first time. I hope my last day. I'm just too shy to check in, but this pain of missing razors is cutting in. Now I wake. She is nowhere, but the razor cuts deeper everywhere.
Yeah, really cool track. Bed and Breakfast Man was like that, like ska sound. This is like a different version of that ska sound. Yeah, I love it. I love it. 3 for 3 on side B, easily. And that was track 10, Razor Blade Alley, and we just keep, the hits just keep on coming with this one. At 2 minutes and 42 seconds, it was a breeze. I love the tonality shift in the singer. I like the style. It is like a cigar lounge kind of sound to it, which I adore, especially with what we've gotten, up to this point. I think it's such a cool little trick, and it just helps freshen up the album. And these guys definitely know how to do that with these songs like Night Boat to Cairo and Razor Blade Alley. Even in the middle of the night. And the Prince, if they're not going for the standalone songs, they really texture the album well with just little tricks and little vibes that keep it's still cohesive, but it keeps it fresh. And I really appreciate that. And that will be leading into track 11, Swan Lake. Again with the dark beginning piano part. I mean, Swan Lake, I'm expecting this to be kind of like this, like, scary, beautiful track. Yeah, this is definitely going to be instrumental, which I don't mind. It's also a nice little, it's a good placement in the album to do this now. And it's cool. Night Boat to Cairo was cool when you got it. Swan Lake, yep, this is the sound that I would have in my head when I read a title like Swan Lake. They play off each other really well. Perfect. Ooh, piano on the right too now. Nice little trick. Left is just kind of playing the bare bones, and then right is like the texture. Good track. And that was track 11, Swan Lake, a nice instrumental. Tonally, it worked. This is not just, let's just throw an instrumental out there because we need to fill out an album. This actually serves a purpose. It gave me the vibe. It has the X factor. It feels like it belongs, and it's almost better suited to not have singing on it. I think it encapsulates the emotion. Now, I don't know what that emotion is, but it does a great job encapsulating it. And I think maybe if you added words and just having a human element, I think it might take away, and it couldn't possibly help much more. So I respect the let's take a step back and just let this be its own thing, because we're not going to take it to the next level. We might actually just hurt it. And I love having that after, in the middle of the night, Bed and Breakfast Man, Razor Blade Alley. I think this is a great time to have a song like this. So instrumentation, but still really, really good and catchy, and was a breeze to listen to. So I'm a big fan of this one as well. And that will be leading into track 12, Rockin' in A flat. I mean, I'm more of a G sharp man, but I'll let him have it with that one. This might be a stinker. that
used to
sound.
work nights with my dad. It was the best job I ever had. Until some blokes on their bikes came through. Say, come on down to youth club and see what's new. Well, come on, come on, come on. Let's have some fun tonight.
In the way that it works in this
I've got a
album.
bike and I'm having a time. But my mum keeps saying, rock and roll's a crime. Well, come on, come on, come on. Let's have some fun tonight. All right. All right. Well, come on, come on, come on. Let's have some fun tonight.
Great little last lyric part. Encapsulates the entire song. And that was track 12, Rockin' in A flat. And that was definitely a rockin' song straight out of the 50s, which I was not expecting from my two-tone, very British band. And, well, I appreciated it a lot. And I'm not a fan of generic rockers, but I think when it's no longer generic rock and kind of interesting and different, it stands out a little more. I don't think I would sit and put this track on by any means, but in the flow of the album, I think it definitely has its merits and is a solid effort. And it's a breeze, too, at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I mean, the whole album, for the most part, all these songs, even if you don't really like them, they're a breeze. So it's like, all right, let's just jump to the next one, which is what we will be doing with track 13, Mummy's Boy. That's very Irish of me.
In a pub about 7:30, mother makes sure that his face.
See, now this is like an extremely British sound.
Everywhere, holds her hand without a care. Normal folk are just ain't like that. Glad he can't hear behind his back. When mother dies, he'll never cry, 'cause he'll be on his own. He's bright and stiff when it comes to this. Would he lose her to the heavenly home? Lived with mother for 40 years.
It kind of drags on a little bit, though. I'll give it that.
We are normal folk are just ain't like that. Glad he can't
I would have made this less than 2 minutes, but
mother dies, he'll never cry.
it's definitely its own thing, so I can appreciate that.
He's bright and stiff when it comes to this. Would he lose her to the heavenly home? Once went out with a London girl, dirty weekend in
I appreciate the bridge.
Broke it off when she got shirty. She was 12 and he was 30. Right after that, he was dead sore. Do something dirty.
Talk about ruining the vibe, huh? Bring the mood way down. And that was track 13, Mummy's Boy. And, I mean, besides the one lyric that really, 30 and 12, that's tough. It had its charm to it. Besides, like, just that line, whatever. Yeah, it feels like a British theme song. It was bouncy, kind of shift side to side, kind of like quirky. It was too happy sounding to put a genuine happy sentiment lyrically over the song. It had to be tongue in cheek, and I think they nailed it on that, and I appreciate that. And it's cool to go from the rockin' song to this. So it's like we got some ska stuff with like Bed and Breakfast Man, a little different with Razorblade Alley, Swan Lake, cool instrumental. I'm really digging side B and what they've been able to accomplish on this. Now, I don't know if I've gotten more adjusted to the band as we've gone along, but I've enjoyed side B a lot more than side A. And we got 2 more tracks to go. And this, I'm expecting something good because it's not the title track, but it's the title of the band with track 14, Madness. A little stomp stomp clap. This is Scott out. This is a vibe.
Madness, they call it madness.
Instantly stands out. X Factor.
Madness,
Like this a lot.
madness, they call it madness. It's plain to see that is what they mean to me. Madness, madness, I call it gladness. One is losing their breath. Hey, madness, madness, I call it gladness.
Yeah, this is a bop. This is really good. And it makes it a shame because I see that there's one more track after this. Should have stopped the album with this.
I've got a heaven due. I'm gonna walk all over you. 'Cause madness,
Yeah, so good. Dang. And at 2 minutes and 38 seconds, I want more. Give me more.
Then I know I'm filled with gladness. It's gonna be rougher. It's gonna be tougher. And I won't be the one who's gonna suffer.
Way to finish it. Oh, wait, there's one more song, but way to finish it, really. And that was track 14, Madness. And like that stomp, stomp, clap at the beginning, I knew this was going to be good times for all. So much levity. It felt like you were there in the room with the band. It invites you. It's warm. It's soothing. It's, it's a good time. And it's the perfect way to end an album being like, what a great time we had, guys. What a celebration of our success. And thank you for coming along with us on this journey. Couldn't have wrote it any better myself. Sadly, we got a 52-second song called Chipmunks Are Go that we got to check out. So before I praise the album and decide especially, let's do track 15, Chipmunks Are A Go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. With a chipmunks hear us roar. With a chipmunks hear us roar. Sound of chipmunks. Sound of
It's kind of fun in like the stupidest way
1, 2,
possible.
3, 4. 1, 2,
But you know what you could have done
1, 2, 3,
is you
4.
move it
1, 2, 3,
up
4.
one,
1, 2,
where it's
3,
after
4.
Mommy's
Have a
Boy
good
and
time
then Madness
tonight,
finishes the
boys.
album.
Yes, we sure did. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chipmunks are go!
Anyways, and that was track 15, Chipmunks Are A Go. Weird way to finish off the album. I didn't hate it. I thought it was stupid in the right way. I just wouldn't finish off my album with a track that's stupid in the right way. I would have finished with Madness being this great celebration, but it is what it is, and it's whimsical, it's cute, it's funny, it's whatever. But let's just talk about side B kind of as a whole. I think it was vastly superior to side A. I had so much fun on this. I love the offerings they gave me. I mean, if you could have put like Night Boat on to Cairo on side B, it'd be like, whoa, like this is amazing. But it was still so good. I love the funness of Bed and Breakfast Man. Razorblade Alley is a cool, different vibe. Swan Lake, cool instrumental. Rockin' an A flat was a great rockin' song. Mommy's Boy was like this ridiculously British song that was so British and ridiculous it couldn't be serious. And then Madness was a great closer to the album and such like a lethargic sound to it and so enjoyable. So side B on the whole was fantastic and I had a great time. But let's tackle the entire album as a whole on the outro. And that was One Step Beyond by Madness, 1979 two-tone ska album. And I would say this is a very, very good album. Do I think it's a classic? Do I think it's like one of the greatest of all time? No. But I think they accomplished a lot, and I like how they structured this, where it's like the soundscape songs, where it's like Night Boat to Cairo, where you really feel like you're there, or a Swan Lake, or a Land of Hope and Glory, where maybe if it's not a great like individual song, it is very successful in creating the sound and you get involved into it in the realms of the entire album. Even Tarzan's Nuts, which is I wasn't a huge fan, but it definitely is attempting to be that. And then you have like the individual songs like a My Girl, a Believe Me, Bed and Breakfast Man that are just like, yep, these are, and the Madness track, obviously. These are just good tracks that could be, hits to different extents. So I think the combination of the two keeps it fresh. And I think that this and the specials offered a really cool, different sound to England because I know like reggae stuff had kind of come over with the punk stuff, like with the Clash and like White Man and Hammersmith Palais. But this is like this influx of this different sound and an introduction to so many white British kids. So I think it's really cool and it's a really interesting thing that they attempted. I am interested in checking out more Madness. I think I want to go to like Our House, which that album is like 1982, and I think there's four albums from this to that one. So if I did do more Madness, it would be that kind of stretch of albums because that's kind of what interests me the most to see how what changes, what stays the same, how they grow. I think it could be a very interesting timeline to check out. So if you enjoyed that and you want to subscribe so you can check out other Madness songs with me when I upload them, and if like and comment on what you think about this album. I had a good time. Doesn't set the world on fire, but I think it's definitely a success. So that was One Step Beyond 1979 Madness. And I had a great time, and I'll check you guys out on the next album.